Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new video. And this video will be one of the most important videos that I've ever recorded on this channel because today I'll be showing you how we generated $19,000 for our client in a month. And I'll be showing you every single detail, like as you see here, about ads, targeting, qualifying, and follow-ups, booking them and closing them so you can copy me easily. And I don't want to waste your time. In the first place, I will be starting with the results we get, and then I will show you how we get them. And right now, I'm going to be diving straight into the video. So as you see here, there are some results that our team sent to me. And in general, we spent $1,500 for our client in the first month. And what we get was 51 leads. So it makes around like 29.5. So we can make it like $30 cost per lead. And apart from that, actually, that's the main idea of the system we had. Like we had ton of estimations booked or estimations completed. So these are still ongoing processes. So some of them might just go to job booked part in a couple days. So we don't know it, but I'm just going to be showing you the results we get for now. Job booked means we already booked the job for the next week or for the next month, but we haven't done it yet. So that's the reason why I didn't put this part to the video, but I could change the title and make it 35K in a month or something like that. But, I just value the transparency. So I'm going to be showing you what we have done. And this is the result we generated. 6 jobs, $19,200. And these are the jobs already done. Like the job is done, the amount, the money collected, and everything is just finished. So we had 6 jobs as you see here. One of them just came from reactivation we had. So it's all about, as I said, as I've always been saying, it's all about just creating a system because 5 of the jobs are from the ads. Like we just generated $17,000 from the ads, but we also generated $2,500 from reactivation. So would you say no to that amount? Absolutely no, right? So we're always going to be doing our best for bringing you the desired outcome and the best results. So I think it's better and easier to see the results here. As you see, we just have 6 jobs and total value is $19,200. The ad spend is $1,500 a month. So it was $50 a day. And the return on ad spend was 1,280%. So what does it mean? It means for every single dollar we put for the ads, we just get $12.8 in return. So that's the main idea of the return on ad spend. And actually, that's all about the results that we generated. These are the leads, booked jobs, and the return on ad spend and all the things, and the amount we generated. So before I just get into the parts, before I just get into how we just get those results, I just want you to ask you a couple questions. In the first place, I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing to get results? What are you doing to grow? This question, I really want you to ask this question right now to yourself by pausing this video because I'm going to be showing you what we have done and got results. But before I do it, I just want you to ask this question to yourself. And then I want you to see the things that you're applying right now for your company's growth are going to be helping you to get something after 3 months, or you need to do something else. And when you just finish watching this video, I also want you to ask yourself, what's the main differences you see between my and your system? Some of the things that you do might be better than me. Some of the things that you do might be worse than me, or you might need to do something extra. And the third question is the question that I want you to ask yourself when you just finish watching this video. And right now we can just go to the part how we get results. So in the first part, absolutely, I'm going to be talking about the ads. Why ads are so important? As I always say in my videos, ads are just 35% of our process. But the rest is all about just following the people up, booking estimations, creating an audience as you see here. If you cannot get any results from the ads, the rest, the other 65% is going to be meaningless. So we have to get good results from the ads. So, okay, what's important about the ads? Quality and variety of your photos and videos are so important because we need to grab attention, as you see here, and also we need to be able to make different tests. If you have more videos and more photos, it's always going to be easier for us to make different tests and find the most efficient one. Apart from that, your videos need to reflect your job right. So we always just analyze the videos we get and we're just filtering it all the time. Apart from that, we need to know, does your photo or video has enough content to grab your lead's attention? Because they're just going to be scrolling down all the time and you need to grab their attention in the first place. Maybe they already see like 10 or 20 different painting videos, but our video needs to grab their attention, right? So it's so important. And also, as the third step, have we done anything to call them to action? This is so important because even if we're done with the other steps, we have a perfect ad, its quality is high, and your video reflects the job right, and your video has enough content to grab attention. But if you don't call people to action, most of them, like 80% of them, won't take action. So we need to call them to action in the right manner, and then we're just going to be starting to get results, and also we're just going to be getting qualified results. We're just going to be getting qualified leads. So that's all about the ads. I can say, as you see here, we tested different creatives and copies, and targeting and audiences belongs here, but we also made a ton of tests for them too. And I think we can just move to the step 2. So targeting and qualifying. Okay, we have the perfect ad. There is nothing wrong about it. We just made a test and it's ready to work, but you need to make sure your ads are visible to right people. I would love to give you one example from our client Jason here. Actually, this is the same Jason. And before working with us, the 70% of the leads Jason get was just looking for being hired. Like they were just looking for a job. But these are not the people that we want to target, right? So we need to know who is your audience, who you want to target, and we need to target them right. Apart from that, the people you want to target can afford your service or not, because we can get a ton of leads, but at the end of the day, we need to convert them. So they need to be the right people before we just go for the other steps. As the fourth step, how to grab more attention by paying less for each lead. Because, okay, you might be getting someone's attention, but if it just takes $200 or $300 to grab one people's attention, so it's gonna be bad. As you see here, we just made one of the targeting, like high income targeting. In some of the areas it works, in some of the areas it doesn't. So it's all about making tests again. And right now it was all about step 2. Step 1 and 2 is the part that we're gonna be generating the leads. This is all about it. This part has nothing to do with lead generation. It's all about handling the lead. So if you want to get good amount of leads with high quality and in efficient way, this is the part that we need to focus. And these actions are going to be helping us to improve those results. And the part that we're moving right now is all about the managing the process after advertisement. So what we need to do, okay, we get qualified leads, but just qualifying once, just qualifying them with a form or survey is not enough. Why? Because at the end of the day, yeah, okay, they're looking for our service. They filled out the form. They look like a good fit for us. But until we make the initial call, we cannot be 100% sure about it, right? So we need to qualify them in the initial call we make with them. Apart from qualifying them in the initial call, we need to do one more thing, and it's you have to be fast. Why? Because as you see in this chart, just after 5 minutes of lead delivery, quality and the interest of the lead you get decreases by 80%. Most of the time, what I hear from agency owners and business owners is, we just get unqualified people, or you're making them unqualified by having the wrong system. Okay, all the time you'll be having bad leads or unqualified people, but it's not going to be that high. So we need to do our best to keep them qualified and keep their interest in our business. So how we do it? By making the initial calls fast and by making them in the right framing. Just think about it. You just fill out a form that you just see an ad on the Facebook. You just fill out a form, and after 3 minutes, a guy just calls you about your inquiry and just asks you a couple kind questions about your project. So you would feel important, right? You would feel, okay, that company can give me a value, and it increases those people's attention and their interest. And the framing is all about how much you charge them, or what kind of objections they have, or do they trust you or not. So if we have the right framing, at the end of the day, these objections and these problems are going to be decreasing. I would love to mention about the follow-up processes. It's so important to have a good follow-up system. We need to have one short and one long-term follow-ups. The short-term follow-up is for like this first 7 or 10 days. It's going to be like more intense. And the long-term follow-up is the process after the 10 days of lead delivery. So we're going to be reaching out to people a couple times a week for maybe with different offers or with different approaches. And the follow-up process you have is going to be so important for you because around 40 or 50% of estimations you book are going to be generated from the follow-ups. Maybe the estimation going to be booked from the initial follow-up, the first follow-up, or the estimation going to be booked after the second month. We had that kind of an experience. Like we had one estimation after 2 months and that estimation just turned to a job. I can say follow-ups are really underrated and we just need to give the value they deserve. So apart from these steps, I just want to show you how we just book the estimations. When lead delivered, we just make the double dials in case their phone is in do not disturb mode or something like that. And then we couldn't reach them, so we just sent them a text. She said, I don't have a missed call. Right after this message, after 4 minutes, our friend FA just called her again. And then in 5 minutes, he just booked the estimation and just confirmed the address. The appointment details are updated. We just confirmed the estimation. We just updated the opportunity. These are the opportunities. And then we just send them a reminder. We just went for estimation and we just closed the job. This system is that simple. If she were not replying to our messages or calls, she were just going through the follow-up process. And then we would be doing our best to book the estimation. Apart from that, when we book the estimation, we send messages and reminders to our client. Apart from that, since we booked the estimations to their calendar, also the calendar is going to be sending a ton of reminders to our client. So we're always going to be keeping you updated about it. And actually that's all about our system. So this is the part that I already showed you. Like if they haven't become your client, book them, follow them up, reactivate them, and then just close and generate $19,000. Apart from that, what we also do is we're just reaching current or previous customers for 5 stars or for their feedbacks. So it's going to be affecting our reputation and it's going to be creating a trust for the new leads we get. And also we're going to be reaching your previous or current customers for referrals. So it's always important to have a good relationship with your client. Other than that, if you have any other service, we're also going to be offering those to your previous clients so we can just generate more money for you. Because our main purpose is help you to make more money all the time in the right system so you're not going to have a lot burden on your shoulders. That's our main purpose. So that was all about our system. But it's so normal for you to have questions in your mind and you're just looking for answers to them. So if you would like me to answer your questions, you can just reach our social media accounts and just DM me. I'm just going to be answering you as fast as I can. And apart from that, if you would like to book a call with me to see what I can do for you, and if you would like me to check your situation for your growth, just book a call with me from the link below in the description, and I'm just going to be helping you. And I really appreciate if you watched this video until this point. And I'm just wishing the best for you. Have a good day.